And Jeff Lindner also says that those underpasses are deceptively deep, so never drive through them if there's floodwater there.
Yeah, very good advice there. Meanwhile, checking in with Elita, you guys and the weather team have been so busy this morning, and we can still hear that rain.
It's definitely a team effort. Meteorologist Kevin Roth and I have been keeping close tabs on not only the bayous and creeks as well as the rainfall totals out there, but also the latest trends that we're seeing on the radar. First, want to start you off with the bayou and creek status, something that meteorologist Jeff Lindner just touched on. And a lot of this information, in fact, all of this information can be found on that website that he just mentioned. And what you're seeing here are sensors. The sensors that are in green are the watersheds or bayous that are doing fine right now, all within banks. But then when you see the yellows and the reds, that's where the water levels are beginning to rise. The ones that are in yellow, which you're seeing along the southern fringes of Harris County or even the northern parts of Galveston and Brazoria County, that's where the water levels have been quickly rising due to those feeder bands from Tropical Storm Beta. The ones that are red, those are the watersheds or the bayous that have come out of banks. But as of the latest, I've been monitoring some of the tweets as well as the information from the National Weather Service and some live pictures that our reporters have been able to capture. There is some minor flooding in this area, but no major issues. But we continuously have to monitor that. Now, out of banks right now, we have Taylor's Bayou, that's on the east side of town, right around the Gateway Village area. Also, Clear Creek, several of those areas along that creek are over banks, minor street flooding there. Also, South Maid at Greenhouse Road, also seeing those water levels rise. Now, as Jeff Lindner just mentioned, Brays Bayou around the Meyerland area has picked up quite a bit of rain. We're talking anywhere between 6 to 10 inches during the overnight hours. This is at South Main Street, and you're noticing kind of this gradual climb. Then we start to see it kind of plateau here, and then here comes another feeder band, and you can see the water levels starting to rise and then plateau. We are seeing the water levels just a little bit starting to recede. We're hopeful that we get the water levels to recede even more before that next feeder band arrives, and hopefully with that type of a trend, we shouldn't see any major issues. But again, that's going to be something that we have to monitor, not just during the morning, but especially as we get into the evening as the core of Beta moves over southeast Texas or over the Houston-Galveston area. One of the other watersheds we've been monitoring is South Maid at Greenhouse Road. Right now, flooding is likely in that area because it has come over banks, and so we're looking at some street flooding right now, minor, but you can see that build. When it started, we were talking 101 feet. That was the water level, and as of this latest reading, a little over 108 feet. So that just shows you how quickly those waters can rise as those feeder bands sit over that same area. Currently, you can see our visibility is compromised with some of our cameras because of the low ceiling clouds, but mostly because it's just raining so hard out there. And a lot of you that are having to get out there in these conditions are encountering these sort of poor visibilities. We're talking low 70s right now with a breeze coming in out of the east-northeast. It's been pretty gusty at times down closer to the coastline where we've been watching some of those trees blowing out there. Maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. Again, Beta making landfall a little after 10 o'clock this morning, but is just inching its way inland. In fact, from our previous models, this is pushing a little bit further inland than what our models projected. Now, the more time it spends on land, the more we're going to see, or the faster we're going to see it weaken. Current winds at 40 miles per hour. Right now, it's basically just stalled out. And the projections here is it's not going to be moving very fast. We still have tropical storm warnings, including storm surge warnings in effect. So still a big issue for our coastal communities from Galveston Island all the way into the Sabine Pass. By Wednesday morning, we're talking tropical depression, but notice where it moves. Typically in storms that are moving between 15 to 20 miles per hour, this system is out of here. That is not the case with this storm. And we talk about how unique certain storms are. And this one is certainly one of those storms that is not going to be moving fast enough, not until a trough of low pressure helps to push it eastward. So by Thursday morning, we finally see it out of our state and no longer becomes our problem. Now, Now, it does look like tomorrow, although the morning will start off extremely wet, I think as we get into the afternoon, most of those roads are going to have a chance to dry out. But again, that flash flood watch extending for much of our area, at least until tomorrow morning, before we start to see any sort of improvements. Notice our flash flood risk map. We don't see this many colors very often, and what these color means is significant as to what you can expect for today. You will see the rain. Some areas north of I-10, yes, you could see some heavy downpours, but the likelihood of you seeing any sort of widespread flash flooding issues is very low. Out of 4 levels, you're at the isolated level. Those of you right in the heart of Houston, those of you down in Galveston, Fort Bend County, even inland areas of Brazoria County, Wharton County, Chambers County, all the way into Beaumont, you've got a better chance of seeing some flash flooding issues. So really need to pay attention to this, the radar, because what we're noticing on radar, these feeder bands are continuing to be fed by that moisture in the Gulf. And you're seeing one feeder band here just to the west of High Island. Here's another feeder band just to the west of Galveston. That feeder band is feeding into the already waterlogged areas that we just mentioned, where those bayous and creeks are located. And you've already seen between 6 to 10 inches of rain over the last 12 hours. But I do want to show you this particular feeder band here over the Brazos Bend State Park. Right now, this one's not looking too bad. Initially, I thought, uh-oh, okay, we better watch this one, because this one could initially meet up with this one over here that's right over the Houston area, sending even more rain into that area. But right now, it doesn't look too impressive on the radar. We still have this flash flood warning in effect through 8:30, but with more activity, looks like still developing from the Gulf, this could continue, even become more prolonged as we get into the morning hours. So here's the official future track. I've also added the official forecast from the National Hurricane Center. You can see the general motion of Beta. It will eventually slide toward the east. Again, not very fast, because by 6 o'clock tonight, we're looking still at a mess here for that evening commute. And it won't be until about sunrise on Wednesday, when the western half of our viewing area, so west of I-45, you finally start to see some drier conditions. Still could be a rough commute for areas east of I-45 from the Livingston area all the way into Lake Charles. And then as we move forward between 3 o'clock, those rain chances should drop. There still could be some wraparound showers. I'm not ruling out that, but the widespread rains, the flooding rains, should be coming to an end as we get closer toward the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday. So how much more rain can we expect? Some computer models are showing anywhere between 5 to 8 inches east of I-45, south of I-10, along the upper Texas coastline. But with some of these feeder bands, they're coming in heavy, they're coming in fast and furious. We could be dealing with an additional 10 plus inches of rain. The severe weather threat isn't at 0 today, but it is isolated, and any sort of severe weather that does pop up could be in the form of damaging winds. That severe weather threat does come to an end on Wednesday. And also, some of these storms that are coming on shore, they could have some rotation to it. We've been monitoring that. I know we did have a tornado warning yesterday. We had one around the Boulevard Peninsula. And that could be the case this afternoon, so we'll be monitoring that on the radar as well. So let's break down that 10-day forecast. I know our beginning of our 10-day forecast is going to remain very, very active, but as we get into Thursday and Friday, I'm very optimistic that we finally get some drier air blowing in here and even some cooler conditions. So for the first weekend of fall, yes, fall officially starts today, guys. By the weekend, we've got some beautiful weather. We've got upper 60s for temperatures in the morning, and then afternoon highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. I don't know about you, but I'm already looking forward to the weekend.